My name's Nikki Tundel. For years, I have been taking pictures of graves, and specifically things on graves. Historically, items that were placed on graves were actually meant to pacify the spirits so they wouldn't rise up and kill you. But now there's much less a threat of that. So now the things reach out to the people who are the deceased. So this is one of my first pictures I took in a cemetery. It's 2 cherub figurines, and then of course behind there's a photo of a family. And one of my favorite things is there's a little dot at the top of the picture, which to me says it was on a bulletin board on a tack somewhere in someone's house. Now this kind of thing is, I walk around cemeteries a lot, and from the outside you might think, well, there's nothing going on, it's a cemetery. But when I walk through, I like to try to figure out who might this person have been. Like, who is it the person who these things match? So there's no end to the kind of things people leave on gravestones. So many Barbies, school pictures, newspaper clippings, which are usually about like some football, baseball team winning some big award, poker chips stuffed in a number of sonograms. Food's really popular in cemeteries. In Hmong culture, for example, it's a tradition to deliver food to the graves of the deceased, which is essentially payment to the guardian soul that lives in the cemetery that would watch over the deceased. And you don't need a traditional, culture. People from all communities bring all kinds of things to eat. So I've seen McDonald's cheeseburgers, Pringles, Twinkies, slices of birthday cake, soda. You'll even see like a whole layout of food. So it would be plastic silverware, napkin, drink. So it would be plastic silverware, napkin, drink. Lots of notes. People write things, Mother's Day cards. They'll write little notes on Post-it notes. This one, as you can see, is typed out, which I think is really interesting, and it reads, "Happy birthday, Mom. Even after all these years, I still miss you, but you're parted again. Love you, Dolores." And then there are things, again, beer's popular. All alcoholic drinks are quite popular. But this is another one where you look at it and you think, okay, like, who is this guy? Where did he work? What did he binge on Netflix? What did he drink with his beer? And there's balls, lots of balls. So baseballs, footballs, golf balls, all the things left for the deceased. And you can kind of like become a little whimsical, like, okay, was that the baseball that Dad used with his son, and the son's passed away, and he's put the baseball back out? It gets me thinking a lot. And then kids. There are kind of 2 approaches that people seem to take when dealing with kids' death. Some are that the child remains the same age as they were when they died. So this girl died when she was 5. 10 years later, she's still receiving things as if she's perpetually 5 years old. Then there's the opposite, which is their child ages as they would have if they were still alive. And so here, this girl died when she was 16. 5 years later, they're celebrating her 21st birthday with a bottle of watermelon vodka and a shot glass, and the note encourages you to help yourself to a birthday drink with Alyssa. Now, this kind of thing is, how do I say it? Things are like this I would not like if I saw them in a store, like tchotchkes and these weird figurines. I would just be like, but somehow when I see them in a cemetery, I feel like they're so lovely and bittersweet and heartwarming. So it's like cemetery kind of changes the meaning of a lot of things. And same here. Who is this person? Was she good at tennis? Is tennis a new thing? I just love trying to understand who the people are, and I don't usually look up. Then there's holidays, were also very popular. Especially Halloween, which is kind of funny. So then you've got ghouls and skulls and ghosts actually flying around the cemetery. Other people, though, Christmas will be Christmas trees, decorations, boxes covered in decorative wrapping. So all holidays, really. And this is from a little boy. So this is a lot of little kids draw pictures, coloring book colorings. This one says, "My Dad Rocks." And you can tell it's a pretty young child, especially with the glued-on googly eyes. So those ones, kind of get to me. Then there's ones that I don't understand at all. So like this is a, kind of a concrete cat on top of a dollar bill and then a little blue miniature motorcycle. So I like to think that a lot of them are like inside jokes that people have. One of them I saw was just maybe 10 different air fresheners from a car. Vanilla smell. And so, this is people, I don't know, it breaks my heart kind of sometimes. It's public, it's a very public place, but very personal things happen on graves. And you can be there and you can see them because they're shared. So I guess I wanted to say, like, things can take on new significance, new meaning. Like it's an angel, her wings are broken, they're glued back together. She's got a bunch of pets. Who's this for, and who wanted to share that? Same thing here is this girl had passed away her senior year of high school, but she hadn't actually, before graduation. So this was left on her grave. And then this is the most interesting thing I've ever found. But overall, I like to think of it like when people die, their connection with the living doesn't end. Like the connection and the friendship doesn't end. So these are examples where there's still a connection between the two, and it goes on forever.